Oh, your left arm's kind of all manner of fucked up too, so I'm going to fix that.
I've got his fingerprint now.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
I was gonna do that at MLBD.
Alright, try and do that on scene.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, okay.
then you got enough for a warrant. Because you carry around a little fingerprint kit.
Yeah. So, that's the first thing you really want to do is fingerprint. Check what he's got in him, and then Miranderize him.
All right. Still working on your left arm. It's still quite scratched up. I'm going to get all that out cleaned up with some saline on a gauze pad. Then I'm going to put some antiseptic on there to just keep it from getting infected. Then I'm going to give you a nice pack on it, make it feel a lot better. Hello, hello, hello. Cozy's on the case. I was on Onyx this morning for other Cozy's onboarding as EMS, but wanted to concentrate on that, so I didn't stream it. But it went really well. Like it's pretty easy. It's going to be pretty easy to fit in there. If they do things differently. There's, oh my goodness, so much difference with the radio. There's a few things that are different. The SOPs and what they do in practice are a little bit different too, because I read the SOPs and quizzed them on them, and they're a little bit different. How you doing, Scott? Okay, all right. I think you're looking pretty good. So you should be feeling better. Okay, I'm leaning down here. You're going to grab my right shoulder with your right arm. Then I'm going to stand up. You're going to stand up too. Oh, wait a minute. I think you're okay, actually. You just go ahead and stand up. You were able to stand up. You got on the bed by yourself, right? Okay. Just think it easy to get out of the bed, you know?
You don't really need much. Money orders and
Yeah, you out of the bed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Okay, these officers will put you back in the cuffs there, uncuff you from the bed.
There you go.
You guys having a good shift?
Yeah, not too bad. How's things been cozy, you know?
Oh, pretty good. I just got here. I just woke up, so.
Okay.
Just getting started with my day.
Or do you want me to?
Just taking his mask off.
It's nice, you know. Relaxing,
Alright, we're good to go. This way.
Appreciate you so much.
Oh, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah,
People are always so nice in this county.
Yeah, if you need anything, okay, just give us a shout, alright?
Thank you. Bye-bye. I'm on Channel 9 if you need to call me. Yeah, Onyx was fun this morning. I got my onboarding. There were like 3 or 4 FDOs on. Like it was great. It's great to see. Just walked up and they just immediately said, "Oh, this is Cozy. She's here for her onboarding," and it was like, great. I didn't have to beg. I didn't have to plead. There were 3 people who could have done my onboarding. And the person who did my onboarding had just been made an FDO like minutes before. So they was like, "Oh, you do it." So that was really, really fun for her. And she admitted that Cozy had more experience than she did. So, well, you could always do an old dice roll. Figure out who you want to be. Who do you feel like? If you like doing crime or fixing people up. We're going to be doing it. I'm going to be doing this for a few hours, and then Sloth is going to come on, and then we're probably going to go over to freestyle because his character wants to get a bike, so we want to go back over there. It was funny yesterday because we got to meet Ranavakara's character. Just ran into him by accident up there. This Harry Watkins is the one that's my grandson, the Cozy's grandson. No, I did not get a water. That's what I didn't do. I failed to get myself water before I started doing this. I think one of the reasons that I failed to get a water before I started doing this was because I expected, because my tier 3 is run out and I'm back to having tier 2. I was expecting to be waiting for a while, and I thought I would just get in the queue. And instead, I got right in. So, tier 2 is very good still. Hello. Do you need help, sir?
Hello. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
You good? Yeah, Nancy usually does a pretty good job.
Yeah, I'm on back up tip top shape.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it.
Go for your services.
Yeah, no problem. I just had cops in here with a 95. Oh my god. I don't think set up in this server. I have to set things up in this server. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I would have thought that all of those things would be the same. No, I want that in shift 4. Can I do that in shift 4? I already shift 4 in the other one, and I'm never going to remember. Have you got the link to that timestamp for me? I never went over to Socks to look at it, by the way. I didn't know if he was even live, like if he was streaming when he did that, because I know that Sock plays quite a lot without streaming. Hello.
Hello,
Now,
Cozy.
how are you doing?
I'm good.
Good,
So
good.
I was just checking if anyone was here.
Yep, just me, little old me.
No other EMS on duty?
Don't think so. I haven't seen anybody. The cops just brought in a 95 who had a broken leg. But I'm assuming they did that because you guys weren't around.
Yeah, Joe was clocked in on dispatch, so message him to clock out.
I guess he could be on, but I haven't seen him. I mean, I just got here, to be fair. I haven't seen anybody but
I
those
get you.
cops that just brought in the 95. How have you
Yeah, he
been?
didn't seem to be
I think
clocked in unless he had popped.
yeah, he might have done. I don't know. It's hard to say. Are you you've been really taking the reins on things. I think you sounds like you're really established there now and headed for command, I would say.
Oh, I don't think so.
You're doing a great job, Seraphine. Don't even.
I'm just trying to do my best, wrangle up these trainees.
Yep, yeah, you're doing a great job.
Make them the best we can.
Yeah, I just I've talked to a couple of the FTOs about making sure that the trainees understand that they can radio us when we're on duty and let us know. And we have the same problem, of course, that you guys do in that you can't, respond if you're treating somebody, which we are usually doing, but they just can keep talking and we can hear them anyway and let us know what they're bringing in. It's unfortunate that we can't get that. We don't seem to be able to get that fixed. That we should be able to stop like with one hand or, with our lean over with our cheek and, press the radio button and talk.
That would be nice.
It would be nice.
That would be very nice. Have the trainees all been good? Bringing people in, everything?
Oh, for the most part, yeah. I mean, there's a few that are like there's one I actively go out of my way to not be around. that's a personal decision on my part.
Okay.
There is really no other person I have a problem with. This is I mean, this might be a long-standing grudge from 5 years ago, but honestly, somebody who avoided medical as much as James Jiggles has no right to be an EMS.
Okay. I
Have
didn't know
a
he did
problem.
that.
Yeah, he was a major league avoider of, and to the point where it was just ridiculous. Like, reportedly, like
Huh.
talk to the government, ridiculous. You get shot in the face and then say you don't need medical. Yeah, kind of dumb.
Yeah, I get you.
It's what misuse of 911 at its core.
So he'd call for
Or
911, and then we get there, and then he just.
well, I
okay,
didn't
press
even
it
get
there.
there. Doug and I were on. We responded that we were going, and then he said, "Oh, I don't need it." He literally 911 that he got shot in the face by somebody.
Yeah.
Then he said he didn't need medical, and I said, "Do not misuse 911." And then he 311 to tell me
Fair.
that he was using it to just let everybody know. And I 311'd him back and said, 911 is not twatter.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And the worst part of it is, it just really sits in my craw, that somebody,
Yeah.
somebody who did
Look, I
stuff
don't-
like that,
I
But-
don't blame people if they don't want medical or they want to use local. That's,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
just
I don't
don't
bother with that.
involve us, don't
Yeah.
like call us in the first place and waste our time. We were the only unit on, and we were already pretty close as it happened.
Yeah.
And we were on our way and responding that we were going, and then he as we were on the way decides, oh, we don't need medical. I didn't need to call 911. I wasn't really shot in the face. Like, what?
Mm.
I'm not sure what that's about.
Yeah, that's annoying. Oh, you know what happened
Yeah.
the other day? It was
Oh, what?
I was on duty. PD called us, so it wasn't actually them. Or a local PD called us to the scene just outside the MRPD. There
Mhm.
was 2 people on the ground. Me and the trainee started to treat them, and then the first guy that I'm treating on the ground, actively treating him, he just goes, "Oh, do you mind? Can I just use local EMS?" I was like, "Well, I'm treating you. I'll bring you to the hospital." He's like, "Poof, gone."
Hello.
And
Great.
then the other guy just goes a second later.
Wonderful. Hello, can I help you?
Yeah, I'm a bit messed up.
All right, let's get you unmessed up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh dear. All right. Let me have a look here and see what's going on. Seraphine can stop beating me up for a minute. You have a broken rib. Get
Yeah.
that. And if the
You
answer
say
to
a
the
nice
question,
background.
can you treat somebody while they're treating somebody? And the answer is yes, apparently.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. All right, sir. You got a bit of you seem to have a bit of scrapes and cuts and things on your right arm. You look like
Yeah,
somebody's
I fell
giving
down
you
the stairs.
somebody might have given you a punch at some point today, or
Yeah, local.
oh my god, locals are so mean. Okay, left leg.
Might have been tased as well. I don't remember if I already took care of that.
I didn't see any tasing injury on you.
Might have fell off. I don't remember.
Did you see Nancy at some point today since you were tased, or
Oh, yeah.
because she would have taken them out?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty good at remembering to take those out. Okay, how do you feel now? Do you feel better?
I feel great. I feel great.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, good. Bye bye. The other thing about that individual was that I heard from somebody, I actually heard from Sam that Fiona said that he said he was just doing this till the racing scene starts up and then he'll quit. Which is like a waste of effort on everybody's parts to train him, right?
I imagine there's quite a few people doing that, probably.
Oh, it's unfortunate. But, don't tell your FDO then. Maybe.
Yeah,
Just keep it
that's
to
true.
yourself. Because he doesn't have good judgment. That's the main thing, I guess.
No, he doesn't. I mean, I know him a little bit well as well, and I've not had
Yeah.
any bad interactions with him, but I would definitely question his judgment a little bit. He's
His
a bit
main
all over the
thing
place.
5 years ago was being a daredevil. That is what he did.
Yeah.
And that, like, right there, is questionable judgment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people change, Cozy. 5 years is a long time.
Maybe. I like to think so, but he doesn't talk to me anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
How are you guys doing? And the doctors to see if
We're
you have
doing
a
pretty
few
well.
new
We're
interns. and-
still training. Yeah, we're still training like mad. We're still, getting people promoted up so that they can work independently. And we're getting to the point where we're getting some coverage in both the counties, on a regular basis. So
Nice.
that's good. Not 100%, not all the time, like EMS. You like EMS has a lot of people on the roster, and they still don't get there. But of course, you got a bunch of dead weight on the roster at the moment, like all those people that were hired really fast at the beginning that were needed at the time but don't come around. And we have the same problem in that some people take that 10 hours minimum really literally, so they do 10 hours once a month and then they disappear for the rest of the month. And that's not really what we want, right? We want people that'll be here, that'll do the job,
Mm-hmm.
that'll come
I
regularly.
think there's place for both, but we definitely need the latter.
Yeah, but I
Definitely
mean,
people around more often.
you would hope that people that are there that only come in, for 1 or 2 long shifts a month are people who already know what they're doing, as opposed to a trainee doing that. Right?
Yeah.
You want them to come in and get regular practice of doing the things they need to learn to do.
Oh yeah, like a trainee should have at least 1 shift a week and
Yeah.
preferably more.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think we have rules like that for doctors yet, but my recommendation is that we do, because I don't want to see a trainee once a month. And then they argue with you and say, "Oh, but I've done my minimum hours. I can't be marked inactive." And it's like, well, you can, because you're literally not coming around. So we need to have clarification on what we expect from the interns versus other doctors.
Mm-hmm.
I think trainee or intern hours should actually be a bit higher in the first month, and make sure that it's spread out so they have minimum per week. Like, I don't think it's too much to ask that they do 4 or 5 hours a week.
How many hours?
4 or 5 in a week.
No, that's not. No, definitely for the first few weeks. Definitely for your trainee period.
Yeah. I'd like to recommend that be a thing in the SOPs, because we have a trainee that I've seen twice for maybe 3 or 4 hours, and now he's saying, "Oh, I did 20 plus hours this month. Why am I being marked inactive?" Well, who did you do those hours with? Well, Cozy. Well, no. Mainly Cozy and Doug. Yeah, no. It doesn't wash. It doesn't wash.
Nice.
He's got to come in.
Yeah.
I think I
You
would have
can't do those
remembered
hours
doing.
at the
I
start,
think I
then.
could have remembered doing 20 hours with this guy.
I'm sure you would.
I'm pretty sure I would. I can barely remember what he looks like. There are some people who heard that EMS were moving over to doctors at the doctor level. Well, there's a couple of us that did. Yes. Not everyone. And trainees certainly weren't going to move over into doctor. That's not how that was going to work. But they seem to expect, that.
I mean, with your experience, you were command. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's different. And Doug wasn't command, but he was, he was pretty senior, and in terms of being able to, and also had, was one test away from getting his paramedic. Well, at least getting his critical care. Not necessarily paramedic. They might have never promoted him to paramedic because he had to fight so hard for everything he got.
He did. Yeah, I definitely saw him doing that a lot.
Yeah, he.
Unfortunately.
Well, I mean, partly was because I think because he has a heavy accent, people just immediately discount him and don't listen to him, and it was just, yeah. I mean, he does brilliantly with English. You know, his written English is better than some native English speakers. You know, but he does have a heavy accent, and it does put some people off. And unfortunately, I think he had a lot of people just tune him out, and that's,
Hmm.
you know, I hope they don't do that anymore. Hi, Moon. How you doing?
No, definitely not.
I don't think so. I mean, it's funny though. We have had there's an EMS who gives him grief and talks down to him,
Oh,
and
do you want to say who?
well, he's already done a complaint. He's already
Oh, okay.
filed a complaint, I believe. So, yeah, it's going to be awkward. It's going to be very awkward. But I don't think she has any right to talk to him the way she does. It's not that she doesn't talk to all kinds of people in a rude manner, because I've seen that for myself, but then talking to Doug like that,
Okay.
it's like, Doug's an attending doctor.
Yeah, that's not right. No.
Don't. I mean, it's
That's not
bad enough that they talk down to trainees. If you talk down to people at your own level, you start wondering, what do you think you are? Like, you know. She also did talk down to him when they were both EMTs. That was. But now he's a member of Doctor Command, and I think maybe just don't.
Yeah, I mean it's debatable, obviously, to speak to a trainee like that, but you could argue, it's more acceptable. But to speak to someone who's in his
Yeah.
senior position, that's definitely not appropriate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't even like the way that people talk to trainees. If you're going to talk down to a trainee, that says to me you shouldn't be. Yeah, you don't
It says more about
understand.
them than it does about
It
the trainee.
does absolutely exactly that. It does actually, and just like by virtue of somebody having been employed for a long time doesn't give them the right to boss other people around, especially people their own rank. You know, like it just I don't understand that part. Some people are just bossy. You know, they're just bossy. And some people don't speak up for themselves. And I think Doug just finally hit the wall about that and talked back, you know, spoke up for himself and then got more lip from her. So, you know, he filed a complaint. One of the things that has always been an issue, when you remember back from, 5 years ago, is making sure that people, like the divisions, get on and that people don't, it's important for everybody to show some respect to everybody. Like, I don't really care what rank you are. I think everybody just deserving of respect, right?
Definitely. Doesn't matter if you're PD or EMS
Exactly.
or doctor
And we want
or
all
just
the
a person.
The government divisions to get along and for people to respect each other. And it really is detrimental to even, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Just don't be disrespectful to people. And then, they'll treat you with respect too. That shouldn't be rocket science. I mean, that's pretty basic stuff. We're trying to.
It doesn't take much.
Yeah, we're trying to. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't take much.
For like if one EMS treats a doctor bad, then that might cause I don't know, bad blood between EMS and doctors.
Well, it goes further. If there's no respect, no respect for doctors, then she doesn't bother calling doctors to let us know that there are people coming. And that's part of the SOPs, right? So if we see that, we're going to report that too.
Would you guys appreciate if we message you or go on Radio 9 anytime we have someone coming in at all, or just critical?
We're happy to hear about people coming in. It's your call. You obviously you're not required to talk about anybody but criticals. But it's kind of nice since there's usually only a few of us on to hear from you and to know that there are people coming in. I leave it up to you. But I there are people I do not believe they don't do good handovers, right? This is another case with this
Yeah.
person because they don't respect doctors. They don't do decent handovers. We have to, beg them for information about what they've done on scene, whether they've been, given them any pain medication. We shouldn't have to beg for information when an EMS is dropping somebody off. We should be able to get a decent handover. And this person drops them on the bed and leaves. And that's what that whole altercation with Doug was about. Doug went after her to try to get handover information, and she said, I did the standard. And he said, well, what's that exactly? And she said, oh, you should know. And it was like, excuse me? The standard doesn't necessarily mean always giving pain medication. The standard could be a bunch of different things depending on the situation. So don't tell me it's standard. Tell me what you did.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, just a
yeah.
sentence or two is appropriate. I mean, it doesn't
Like
require
literally.
much,
And if
just a
we
tone.
are busy, like some people like Killian are brilliant at leaving like tart notes on the end of the bed, right? They do a good job.
Mhm.
Always. It only takes them a
Killian's
sec
great.
and they just do it, and instead of just dumping people and leaving. And then when we ask for handover information, they go, you should know. That's not appropriate. That's disrespectful. He was in front of 2 residents and a potential hire when she did that. And I'm like,
Huh.
And he hit the wall on it. He's just like, that angered him. He was upset.
To be honest, I don't blame him.
I think he deserves a little respect. And he's not being shown it. And I don't think they would do this to me, is the other thing, right? I don't think they would have done that to me. I think it's just him and the fact that he's got a heavy accent and people think that he's, dumb or something. But he's faced that his whole career. He's faced it.
Yeah.
I hate that for him.
I mean, sometimes it can be hard to read people's emotions if you have
Yeah.
accents that you're not used to, or
Mm-hmm.
if they're speaking a language that they're not native to.
Yeah. I mean,
But,
Doug's English is very good. He does make mistakes,
It is.
but they're small mistakes. They don't get in the way of understanding usually. If he ever says something I don't understand, I just ask him to repeat it. But some people take that as a mark that he's not smart, and they don't treat him very well.
Different. Do you know why Scythe wasn't accepted for doctors?
I do, but we can't really
Of
discuss
interest.
that.
Okay. No, I understand.
Just we have a different approach to things than they did 5 years ago.
Gotcha.
I'd watch out for him actually, because I mean I like Safe as a person, but he has started on this weird kind of I'm gonna eat people arc, which I don't really understand. And
he's gonna what?
Eat like he's a cannibal or something.
Well, that's concerning.
And it's just a quote joke unquote, but it's kind of pervasive. He has been threatening to take Doug's legs for years. He did it 5 years ago, and he started right up again as soon as he saw him again. Started threatening to take his legs, and he was like, and when we interviewed him, I said, off the record, after the fact, it was done. I said, could you please stop making jokes about taking Doug's legs? I'm asking you to please stop that. And he said, oh, I'll just throw him off a building instead. I don't understand his sense of humor. Like, I don't understand it.
You said that in an
I-
interview?
well, I mean,
For
we
a
were done.
job?
We were done the interview. We were done.
Okay.
Oh, technically, no.
But that makes it much better then.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to get across to him that not everybody appreciates that his sense of humor. That wasn't the reason, by the way.
Yeah, no, I get you.
But I mean, it's just, it's like we're trying to cultivate a group of doctors that are very, sensitive to people and caring, and we're trying to make this a kinder, gentler place than it may have been before. And
That is nice.
some people are not terribly interested in, that, or doing things a different way. So we'll see. I mean, it's
I think it will definitely help the success of doctors if you guys are friendly and welcoming to people and warm
absolutely.
to them. People are going to be
Hi,
more
Dark
likely
Lancelot.
to,
How are you?
want to see doctors, and
Yeah,
even when they don't have to for
it's
appointments and things.
yes, exactly. I mean, this is an optional situation unless we send Nancy on a break, right? And we only send Nancy on a break when we have 4 more doctors available to do patient care.
Okay.
Probably even more than 4. Like, it depends. We've sent Nancy on a couple of breaks, and people kind of get a little freaked out about it. So we try to make it a positive experience, but it does take longer for us than it does for Nancy, and it's something that people have to get used to. And that sending Nancy on the occasional break does actually help them, figure out what they need to do in a hospital.
Yeah, where you need to go. Does the sign out there still say doctors on duty, or does it say
Ooh.
Nancy? I can't remember. I thought it said Nancy, but
Did the sign not say doctors on duty? I put
I
that up.
can't remember. I'll be honest.
I put up a sign that said doctors on duty, but
Okay, that's fine then.
I hope I put up the right sign. Please tell me I put up the right sign. I'm pretty sure I did, but it doesn't hurt to check. Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I've changed
Sorry
the
for worrying
color.
you.
I've changed the color because people were complaining that we had the same color, like green for doctors and green for Nancy. And so I've changed my colors.
Oh.
I've changed my color to
Oh, they're
blue.
nice.
Blue for doctors and something else for Nancy.
Oh, and I'll grab this one as well so I can
Oh,
put
hello.
it down.
Do you need help? Sir?
Are you grabbing an application?
Oh, okay. Are you okay? You look like you might have been a little hurt there.
I'm hurt. I'm not okay.
Are you whispering? You're not doing that great.
I'm hurt.
I can barely hear you. It sounds like you're in a hole.
My voice is hurt.
Your leg is hurt?
My voice.
I still can barely hear you. Oh, there. You look. Seem to be much better now. You good?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Not bad. You need some help?
Yeah, I've just got some bruising on my arm. That's all.
Okay, well, let's get that fixed up.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna get a nice peck on that.
Thank you.
Your right leg's got a little bit of bruising. Your left leg's got a little bit of bruising too. So let's get that all fixed up.
Thank you.
May as well have you tip top.
Did you say so?
How's your day going?
Yeah, it's been going good. I did some grime earlier and the truck blew up and yeah, some tow people going around towing legally parked cars again. So
Oh God, people are a bit
Yeah.
weird. All right, I hope you're feeling
Yeah.
better.
thank you.
Bye bye. I would love to see Jason Winger model photos. I don't think my character's run into his character, Chronom's character. I miss getting to RP with him. He's such a sweetheart. Or at least he's on Jason. I don't know. Maybe he's a jerk on Leo. I have no idea. I'm going to be on freestyle later today. We've got some stuff to do. Oh, are you okay? What happened?
Yeah, we're fine.
Are you-
Absolutely great.
Are you absolutely spiffing? Are you?
Oh yes. I was just attacked by a crazy woman outside of apartment.
Oh
She was
my
British.
God, he was British. Oh, okay.
She was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was British. Yeah,
she was
British.
British,
was
and she
sunny.
was out of her chump,
Yeah.
was she?
I'm quite
Yeah.
surprised I didn't have a fucking knife.
I don't want to be shanked today.
Oh my God, so many people get stabbed. It's not even funny.
Especially at senior bands.
We do work at senior band sometimes.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, and you know what it's like there. How are you?
Yeah, I know. I'm the front.
Doctor.
Yes, sir.
We got attacked by a British lady. All of us.
Oh my God,
She's
everybody
so
got
hot too. She's so hot too. I was so thankful for it. But I do need help.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, are you bleeding?
Probably not. No.
I mean, you got
Let's
shanked.
go somewhere else.
Shank. No. She just punched us. She has really long nails.
Oh, okay. As long as she didn't. I mean, if you've been stabbed, let me know, and I'll stop treating this person
I
and
can
start
change
treating
it,
you.
Rick. Don't worry.
No, don't stab. Don't stab. No
Yeah,
stabbing.
you can stab me.
No.
Just please talk like Belle right before you do it, so that I can
No
have some
stabbing in
ecstasy
the
right before
hospital,
end.
please. Oh
Okay,
my
honey.
God.
That's it. So close. Okay, please put it
I'm
away.
not going
Please
to,
put it
I'm
away.
not going to.
No, don't
Not
stab
inside
him,
here, yeah,
please.
not-
Don't
not
stab in the
inside here.
hospital, please.
Medical
Well,
neutrality if you do it inside here.
yeah, please.
Medical
please.
neutrality.
Yep.
Actually, I have a DNR, so
Oh my God. You would die just to be stabbed by an attractive, hot British lady.
I love her. She's great. She's great.
What's her name?
It's Belle with an E.
Belle with an E. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
and an extra E on the end.
EBELLE.
Her E is silent like her feelings.
There's actually 6 E's in there, just silent. A lot of
Oh
them.
my God. Oh my
It's
God.
EEBEELLEE.
EBELLEE.
Oh my
L.
God. All right. All right. You guys, I don't care how attractive she is. She should stop hurting people. I
Oh,
don't
Oh
need
no, they
any more
blapped
business.
their fucking mouths, so they got hit. And I was also trying to hit them, and then she accidentally hit me. So.
Excuse me.
Okay,
I
to be
didn't say
fair,
a
you
single
just
thing.
wasn't
over
blapping.
the course of the next like 2 days, you're just gonna occasionally get hit. But he opens his mouth
I
and
didn't say a
deserves it in the
single thing.
moment.
Yeah,
He's like
I
he's
haven't
like an
said a
in the
single
moment
thing.
gets hit.
There is no way. Oh God, Brian's calling me.
Oh, okay, all right.
All
Thanks,
right,
ma'am.
you guys
I
take
appreciate
care.
it.
Okay.
If you ever see a really hot British lady that comes in and
thank
goes,
you very much,
"Hi,
appreciate it."
honey," you know, just say
Hey,
how
how we
cool
doing,
I
love?
was, and that I let you borrow my Lamborghini.
What's your name?
Rick Richards.
Rick. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to remember that.
All right, thank you. It's
Rick
pretty
was-
recognizable. And she's recognizable. She wears like all pink all the time, so
And she's very British.
very British. My friend
Very
Gavin,
British.
whose last name is Lily England, says he's the most British woman he's ever met.
All right. I will try to remember that
Yeah, you'll know
you,
'cause she goes,
Rick,
"Hi, honey."
are hot. I'm sorry. You thought she was hot, or is that too much?
Kinky.
Hi, honey.
She's
No,
me.
you're good. Yeah. Oh no,
Okay.
she knows. I think she's hot. She knows she's
Okay,
I think she's
and
hot.
that you, I borrowed your
I let
Lamborghini,
you-
and
yeah, I
that,
let you
yeah.
borrow my Lamborghini.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
what- 'cause I'm a
I
nice
got
guy.
it. Got it.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Appreciate
right.
it. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
What is wrong with
Bye.
Notepad?
I'm just gonna grab some food. Do you need anything?
No, I actually went to the store. I remembered to go to the store before I went to shift.
Oh, nice.
Unbelievable as that is.
You stay away from senior buns then.
I do. I do not go to senior buns. I don't need little misogyny with my hamburgers. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
ouch.
I'm
okay.
done with it. I'm done with them.
That's fair. That's pretty fair. It's
Yep.
good that we have the 7-Elevens at least.
We do have the 24/7s, and there is one very close to the hospital. Thank goodness. So I can always go there
will catch
before I
you-
go on shift.
I'll catch you in a little bit then.
I have food if you need food.
Oh, I'm gonna go grab my check and
Oh, yeah,
the
okay.
bank and
Do your thing.
all that kind of stuff. Just do the
Okay, good.
morning routine.
Alrighty. I shouldn't have really had that bitch fest with Seraphine, but I kind of felt like having it, so. I kind of felt like having a bitch fest, and I'm entitled. Oh, I'm trapped in there now. Am I trapped? I might be trapped. Oh, no, I got out. That's a learning. When I don't have a bitch fit. Yeah, well, I don't typically, but honestly, there are a couple of EMS who are really pissing me off, and it might be in character, but I don't know. We put a lot of work into this job, even though it's a fake job, and kind of like people that take things seriously and not try to be shitty for no reason, so. And some of the things that happen with certain people happen OOC, which is like you don't really want to talk about, but you know. Let's see what's going on in Waterland. Crowbars and crowbar blueprints and HQ chips. High quality chips. I don't even understand what this pre-made kit business is. That's for houses, but I don't remember what they are. And I think this guy is Harry Watkins, is Cozy's grandson, but if it's the same Harry. But I don't actually know if Helen and Harry, like, what was I going to do? I was going to check to see if Helen is in the yellow pages. No. Okay. Not the yellow pages. I think you can search Twitter properly now. 3 hours ago she was on. Morning, Mom. Okay, yes, he is my grandson.